As we all reflect this weekend on 20 years since the terror attacks of September 11th, a Tarboro native is sharing her experience with the world. She worked at the top of one of the Twin Towers. In a new book, she's sharing how she coped with unprecedented tragedy, which led to a return to her hometown.
It is hard to believe that it has been 20 years since this happened.
We first caught up with Inez Ribustello in July 2019 for a People and Places feature on her business, Tarboro Brewing Company.
I love Tarboro so much. I'm kind of obnoxious about Tarboro.
But back in 2001, she lived in New York City, working as beverage director for the largest grossing restaurant in North America, Windows on the World.
It was an amazing, a huge restaurant on the top of One World Trade Center on the 107th floor. And Windows on the World was open 7 nights a week. Fabulous dining room that had views of all 3 bridges.
Truly a dream job. It's also where she met her husband, Stephen. But everything changed on September 11th, 2001.
You are seeing the result of 2 planes crashing into both towers of the World Trade Center.
Inez didn't work that day, but many of her co-workers did. 86 of them died.
One of my biggest fears 20 years later, 30 years later, 50 years later is that I won't remember things that were such a big part of my life when I worked at Windows.
The events of 9/11 led Inez to keep a journal and eventually write a blog.
It's very therapeutic for me.
And the years of writing is now culminating in a new book called Life After Windows.
On the bucket list, I had said I wanted to write this book about what the experience of, losing my work family and then coming home and creating, this very new life. Honestly, I've been writing it for 20 years, but have been very afraid of putting it out there.
So back on that Tuesday in 2001, you were here in North Carolina.
I was. My sister was married on September 8th, and I had come home to be the maid of honor in her wedding and stayed over a couple extra days to go with my other sister and my mom to the mountains.
I'm guessing it crosses your mind a lot. Had it been a different week, a different Tuesday, that maybe you would have been there.
Yeah, my husband says it crosses his mind. It never crosses my mind. I just don't, I don't think about that.
You mentioned losing people you love and lifelong friends. How often do you think about them?
I think about every day, especially around this time. There's a lot of emotion leading up. The anniversary never comes and goes without a lot of, for me, great feelings. And I will say the beauty of social media is seeing the survivors, on Facebook and Instagram and being able to communicate with them. And they truly are the only ones who know how you're feeling.
The unfortunate events of 9/11 led you back home and you've got this great life, great family, incredible businesses. Do you think maybe that would have happened without such an unspeakable tragedy happen?
I think about that often. I would not have what I have today, which I consider, the greatest gifts, my husband and my 2 children. So I'm fairly confident that that would not have been the trajectory for me.
And I hope you'll check out my latest People and Places Extra podcast for the full conversation with Inez Ribustello. More on her time at Windows on the World and what drives her to help her hometown presently. You can find it on the WNCT Podcast Network, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.